Yo, what's up, everybody on YouTube? We're doing a bonus stream today on YouTube today. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff, so bear with me. I'm cleaning out my stuff from earlier because we did a wrestling review show deal. So there's a lot of news I need to go over today, so bear with me for like 15, 20, bear with me for like 5 minutes because I'm kind of going through my shit right now. We'll do this one because I haven't done this one in a minute. This one looks nice. All right, cool. I want to say thank you to everybody that's been subscribing to the channel. We've been throwing up a lot of shorts. A lot of people have been coming through recommendations or checking out my channel from TikTok. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate all of you, and you guys mean the world. Thank you for that. I want to say that. One thing we've been doing videos left and right. I've been uploading a lot of content to YouTube, so, you know, we did a live stream last night. Okay, where is my shit that I'm looking for? Oh, right here. Right here. What's up, Josh? Sorry, guys. Unexpected live stream for me talking wrestling today. All right. Well, this is going to kind of be a little bit of AEW mixed in with WWE. I got a picture of Tony Khan, so we're going to leave it there just to have some fun. I was going to put my logo there, but hope the new mic sounds good to you guys. Hopefully everything's good. Nothing much, just relaxing, watching Boy Meets World. Hell yeah, on TV. The new one or the old stuff? The old stuff's good. The old stuff's good. I'm a 90s kid. Charmed, things like that. Fuck yeah. So, the old stuff, yeah, hell yeah. So you guys know, let me get my mic let me get my stuff. I'm never set up properly when I want to do something. All right. So a little update on the channel for you guys. I am moving, my game streams. I'm not going to be doing them on YouTube. I'm going to be doing Twitch and Kick going forward because I want to get to a 4K goal. I don't do Trovo anymore. That is deleted. We deleted a lot of stuff. So over the weekend, we have slimmed down to 2 channels as far as game streaming goes. So you're gonna if you want to catch my streams, it's gonna be on Kick and Twitch. Sometimes it'll be exclusively Twitch. Sometimes it'll be a multi-streaming side. Sometimes we may add, if I want to do something on YouTube or we're doing special stuff as far as wrestling goes, then we'll go live over here as well. But for the most part, you'll see me on Kick and Twitch. Now, it depends on how this announcement's gonna go, so I don't know. Everything's breaking. News is breaking everywhere today. Okay, so AEW's game, they're looking for a new developer. So if you guys didn't know, AEW Fight Forever is literally they're shopping it around now as we speak. Tony Khan did make that announcement that they weren't happy with Ukes and THQ. And by the way, guys, if you didn't follow my video playlist on that, then you were under a rock. I did tell you guys that I wasn't happy with THQ Nordic to begin with. A lot of people said I championed for this game. Yeah, I kind of did. I championed for Fight Forever, and the reason why I did, because I wanted to see something different than WWE 2K. I wanted to see competition. I still feel the same way about EA sports games. I want competition. I do want to see another football game. I'm tired of EA having dominance, even though they brought in the college football game. You know what I mean? Even they brought the football game out. I'm so sick and tired of EA. I would like to see maybe AEW sign with NetherRealm. They're a WBD product. The Mortal Kombat developer. I would like to see them do maybe a wrestling game. They own the in-house engine. The in-house engine is trash. AEW's Fight Forever engine is trash. Scrap that fucking shit. Have Kenny Omega take a fucking seat. Personally, have Kenny Omega take a fucking seat. He doesn't know how to develop video games. You bring in Aubrey Edwards, that's smart, that's worked in the industry. You have her work with industry leaders, and you develop your game. She went to school for video games, guys, and I don't know why Kenny, I got to run the division. Your first game was garbage, and a lot of people said that. I played it. I enjoyed it for what it was, but it was a party game. It was basically like WWE Playgrounds. It was terrible. They need to make AEW's game with the Unreal 5. Yeah, I agree with that. They should. I agree 100%, Josh. Let me read your other one. I'm happy Trick won last night. I wasn't happy for Roxanne retaining. Most people weren't. But I understood why they did it. And I said that in my review. I understood why they did it. The reason they did it is because Julia should not be winning that quickly. Give time with Julia here. Julia's got to win a few. Like, she needs to be on the roster for at least a month before I say, hey, look, let's put the belt on her, because Ethan Page wasn't on the roster he was on the roster for about a month before they decided to put the belt. And the problem is with WWE is the real systemic problem, and I was watching Angle before I went live. The real systemic problem is WWE doesn't know what to do with their baby faces. They have no idea what they're doing. And, oh, by the way, before somebody comes and tells me Triple H is doing a great job, Triple H ain't doing a great job. Cody Rhodes has been ice cold. I'm sorry to tell you. And I feel Trick Williams is going to go ice cold. And I don't want that to happen, but they just don't have any heels to build up to go against him. You took Braun Breaker out and put him on the main roster, which he's doing amazing work. Maybe you bring Da Vinci down. Maybe you bring Vinci down, and maybe you have him be a heel for NXT. I don't see Brian Pillman Jr. being ready as Alexis King to be up there in the upper echelons. I still think he's mid-card at best. Maybe a North American run. But again, the Don, I thought they would push the Don, maybe turn him heel, but that's not going to work. WWE's putting themselves in conundrums. That's why I was kind of happy that Roxanne Perez won and Cora Jade, because the thing is, Roxanne needs to hold that belt right now. They gotta establish Vicurse right now, Delta, and this other and a couple other women's talent that they're bringing in. They got to stop doing this where they sign so much talent and it's all at once, and you're gonna have these people sit on the sidelines. It's AEW has this problem and WWE does. And I'm tired of hearing AEW just doesn't use their wrestlers. They have too much talent. And they're paying their talent 7 fucking figures. Let's get real. Miro. Let's talk about Miro. Miro should stay in AEW, as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing in WWE for him if he comes back as Rusev. What are you going to do? You have already enough big men. You do not need Rusev. Rusev does not need to be in WWE. They have nothing for him. They are perfectly building Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman right now. You do not need to go out and pick up a Rusev. Rusev is a diva right now. Like, seriously, like, you're going to hire a diva? Oh, they made CM Punk work. Yeah, great. Great. So, AEW's game should be running on, I hope, it's running on the Unreal 3 engine. It should be running on 5, just like WWE. I don't think, is WWE 2K? I think they're running on a different engine altogether. I think 2K. Now, I don't see 2K coming in and taking AEW under their wing for video games. I don't understand why Warner Brothers Discovery is not coming in and putting them under their branch of video games and just having a team of people develop, like NetherRealm or the same people that did the multiverse game. I just don't understand how they've dropped the ball so badly. And the thing is, No Mercy did not work. Kenny needs to be let go as far as I'm concerned, running the video game side of things. Kenny Omega cannot do it. That's a fact. If you're going to build an AEW number 2 Fight Forever 2 and you're going to develop it, have a season pass. Okay. Number 1, have a season pass. Number 2, have many characters as humanly possible. Number 3, have the way to create characters. That's everything to everybody. Have a creator character type deal. Have an actual storyline, number 4. And number 5, get away from the 3D fucking, I don't need you to look like fucking 2005 all over again. I need you looking like 2024. I want some realism. Fuck the arcade style. I don't need you looking like N64 in 2024. If I want you to look like N64, I can go dust off my emulator and go play N64. Or better yet, I could just go buy No Mercy straight up and do what I need to do. I'm sorry, AEW, but your game wasn't it, Chief. And I did spend the $60 when it first came out. Yeah, I know. I have some people in this community that give me shit for buying it, but I like competition, and I always wanted to support the competition. If 2K came out with a football game tomorrow, I would be the first one in line. You don't understand. I'm all about competition. I don't like seeing when companies corner a market. We're seeing this right now go on with the industry. I don't need to see it within wrestling games. I could see Ethan Page. I could see Ethan Page feuding with CM Punk on the main roster. I could see Ethan Page being introduced to the main roster. I really could. Core Jade, Julia and Cora. Jade feud is coming. Can you see CM Punk? And yeah, I could. Also, I could see Julia and Cora Jade blowing off a building. But Cora Jade's been on the house show side of things as far as NXT goes. Like, a lot of people said last night NXT sucked. I'm going to tell you some of the complaints I had from last night when NXT. I didn't put it in my full review on live stream because I was like, I had chores to do and things like that at 2 a.m. Yes, guys, my sleeping patterns are all fucked up. I apologize. Today's trash day, and I've been all over the place, man. Like, I sleep here, I sleep there, and then I'm busy doing this, and then I'm trying to get TikTok. I'm only one man, so trying to get all these TikToks and all this stuff and trying to grow my brand, it's fucking difficult. I don't have an editor. So, honestly, with you guys, I watched the vice president debate. Yes, I know you guys don't come here to listen to my politics standpoint, but I'm just saying I watched it and I was kind of paying attention more to that. And then I went back to sleep. I had snacked on something and went back to bed because I went to bed yesterday, like, because I can't find sleep sometimes because I have sleep apnea and shit, or sorry, what is it called? Sleep zombie or something like that. To where, like, I could stay up 24 hours and still be wide awake and fully going. My brain doesn't know when to shut off. So, last night, I didn't get to bed until like 4 or 3 in the afternoon, and I just fucking crashed the fuck out. I blacked out. Like, that's just what happens with me. And then I get up like at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night or something like that. I don't work, so if I was working a schedule, I would be at work fucking raw dogging the fucking non-sleep shit and sleep when you're dead, right? So my dogs are going off, so I apologize. So you'll hear them in the background because somebody's getting up in the house. Sorry. Somebody's getting up from their sleep last night. They sleep 12 hours, and then, the dogs go crazy here in this house. We have like 4 little ones that fucking go crazy. Yeah, I would like to see something happen. They got Hikuleo signed. I do know Hikuleo is officially signed with what's the other one? Fatu something rather, Tyla Fatu or something like that. Toila Fatu. They pulled him off he pulled all his dates off the indie scene, so I'm assuming he signed. But Hikuleo said he didn't want to be in the bloodline. He wanted to go home his own craft with a actual bloodline story, or build his own repertoire in NXT. So we'll see there. Another thing that I will tell you guys, I could see Tela Vatu. Owens is turning. You know what? I'm cool for it. But here's my thing. Are they doing this? Are they doing the heel turn with Owens because of, how can I say this in a good way? Just to please Owen, or to make Owens feel like he's a main eventer, thinking he's going to re-sign? And here's my other question, and this is one thing I'm going to talk about real quick. Why everybody having an issue with AEW tacking on time on Rey Fenix? WWE did that with Sheamus. What's the damn difference? Sheamus had 6 months tacked on and he re-signed. What happens if Rey Fenix gets time tacked on and they treat him like he's a 5-star act and he gets treated right in AEW and he re-signs with AEW? What are people going to say? I took my video down and it really irritates me how many people are saying Triple H would never do that. Well, Triple H just did. Triple H does it all the time. Look what they did with Danielson's yes shit. Danielson went to go apply for it and WWE outbidded it and they're going to have yes on shirts. Wonder who's going to use that? What, Trick Williams? Because, you know, Triple H is not about, Triple H is all about the fans. Fan service. Fuck no, he's not. He's about making money. What the fuck? Some of you guys, man, I love you in the community sometimes, but man, like some of you, especially JD Skip Bayless over there, fucking over on JD from NY, man, a lot of you come over here and you're like, well, regurgitate what JD from New York has to say to me sometimes, or has to say, and it's like, guys, he's the Skip Bayless of the wrestling community, okay? You guys know that, right? You saw that yesterday with his content. I want to say that. You saw that yesterday with his content. Do you see Moxley? Oh, hell yeah, I do. Moxley becoming champion? Yeah, I do. Definitely. Danielson needs neck surgery. However you slice it and dice it, he needs neck surgery. I would rather see Danielson lose at Wrestle Dream. I'm still happy they gave him the belt. They gave him what he needed before he called it, you know, full-time career. You know what I mean? Full-time and going to a part-time Roman Reigns schedule. I'm okay with that. You know, I'm just happy that AEW gave him a belt before he exit the door. I'm happy to see that he's going to get neck surgery and be gone for a year, be about his family. Maybe he changes his mind. You know, I see him re-signing with AEW. I have him penciled in for a coach, backstage, development. I see him with a lot of things going forward at AEW. The problem is with AEW is they need to bring back AEW Dark at this point. They're talking about bringing it back. And also Shockwave is pretty much confirmed at this point. Fucking over the week. Swerve Strickland literally announced it on the Breakfast Club. So literally said Shockwave, Fox, their foot is fully in the door of Fox. They're going to be doing just more than Shockwave. So that's good. Do you see MVP becoming? Yeah, I do. I see. I've told you guys this before. I see Strickland, Nana, Leo Rush, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, MVP, and I'll even throw you one into this one for the hell of it. Will Hobbs. That'll be your Hurt Syndicate. And they should be your NWO. Tony Khan, if they don't make this group into an NWO, I've lost faith in Tony Khan at that point. At that point, I've lost a lot of faith. You have Will Hobbs. Let me say that better. Blah, blah, blah. Will Hobbs is literally medically cleared now. You put this guy in this group. Will Hobbs should be literally, no joke, Ring of Honor champion. No doubt about it. Take it off Mark Briscoe. You make him into a juggernaut. You bring Bobby Lashley in, and you immediately have Bobby Lashley squish talent. You push Bobby Lashley to the moon and back. There's no excuse. Shelton Benjamin, same fucking shit. Shelton should be over in Ring of Honor. They should be winning all the gold. There is no doubt. All the gold. I told you that I said this in streams. I said, look, Leo Rush, the reason you put Leo Rush in the group, you recandlelight what you had with Bobby Lashley. Leo Rush was an awesome mouthpiece. Leo Rush can go. Leo Rush is a company man now with AEW. He signed a major fucking deal with AEW. You put this man with a pure television title, Ring of Honor. Again, and you're saying, well, Rev, why do you have this guy? Why do you have all them winning Ring of Honor shit? Because you got to feature Ring of Honor. And I'm assuming with this new TV rights deal, somewhere Ring of Honor is being put into all this. Probably, I see on the Max app, most likely. I think something with the Max is going to go down tonight. I think you're going to hear pay-per-views coming to the Max app. I would be dumbfounded if they didn't. I said you're going to see some blood. I think you're going to see some blood on Peacock on Saturday. I think. But here's the thing. It's not going to be the main event match, which makes no sense. It should be the main event. They're going to give that to Roman. Roman is fighting for his match to be main event. And I'm like, no, that's not main event. You have a fucking blood feud. What's wrong with you, Roman? Like, the reports are coming out that Roman in half of the locker room wants the tag match to be the main event. And then the Hell in the Cell to go on before. No, the Hell in the Cell's got to end the fucking pay-per-view. Or start the pay-per-view for all I care. And it needs to go on for a fucking hour. And they need to beat the shit out of each other to the love of God. To where they're both just exhausted, gassed. I do not want to see this going on in the middle. I don't want to see this going on as the second of the main event. I want to see Roman go on before the Hell in the Cell match. I want to see Cody get turned on. I honestly, if they, I don't see The Rock showing up. I think a bigger pay-per-view for The Rock, but Survivor Series for that. I could see The Rock showing up there after War Games. I could see that. After their War Games match between the two group, I could see The Rock staring down Roman and rock bottoming the Roman and then turning around and going, I'm the real tribal chief, bitch. I could see that. I don't see it at Bad Blood, but I could see it at a Survivor Series, though. Survivor Series all day long, Roman Rock at the end. That pumpkin spice coffee is good with the pumpkin spice. Can you see Orton turning on Cody? Yes. I actually see Randy taking the belt off of Cody. I do. Because Roman's going to be feuding with The Rock. You got to think about it in this way. So they got to feed somebody to Cody and have him win. Orton would be your best student versus teacher. I could see Orton taking the belt right off because it's not going to be Kevin Owens. It's not going to be AJ Styles because they've said they don't know if they're going to be re-signing with WWE. So if they're not re-signing with WWE, why would you put a belt on somebody that is not going to be there long term? So Randy Orton just signed a massive deal. One of the biggest last contracts he's probably going to sign in his career. He signed for like 5 figures. So do you see Breakker versus? Yes, I do. I actually, honestly, to be real with you, I honestly see. I originally said it was going to be Ilya Dragunov taking off the belt off of Breakker, off of Gunther. I really thought they were going to go and lead this into WrestleMania, them two. But I was wrong because as we found out this week, Ilya Dragunov is down for 6 to 9 months with almost a year with an ACL injury. He tweaked it during a live event, and that was unfortunate. Honestly, I'm going to tell you guys this as far as I'm concerned about the main roster side of WWE as far as Raw goes. I actually have, if you really want my honest opinion, and this is maybe throwing a dark horse into it, I do have Bo Dallas in the title picture. I have, and I'm going to say this now early, I think they have so much faith in Bo Dallas. I personally think he should win the Royal Rumble. He's cutting the best. He's doing better work than his brother ever did. And they should put this man in the Royal Rumble as Uncle Howdy and have him win it. Then have him go into Mania against Gunther and beat him. Personal opinion, but that's not going to happen though because they have faith in CM Punk. They're probably going to do the other option where they're going to put CM Punk, have him win the Rumble, have him go into Las Vegas and have him beat Gunther, which I think is so stupid because Uncle Howdy's doing better work. Personally, that's just my personal opinion. I think Uncle Howdy's a better gimmick. CM Punk is gassed half of the time. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about CM Punk the most is like he gets gassed way too quick in a match. Like I'm hoping the match for an hour. I think that's how they're going to do this whole checking my phone real quick. Oh, Spotify. Okay. Okay. I was just checking what that notification was all about on my phone. That was Neighbors. Yes, guys, I have Neighbors. Seth Rollins' return is awesome. Yeah, Seth Rollins' return is awesome. I'm just wondering what they're going to do with him, though, because they're kind of stuck in a hard rock. I would rather see, honestly, outside of Orton, I would rather see Seth go over to SmackDown and beat Cody. Because if you remember, right, wasn't it Cody said, I owed you one? I would rather see Seth. Seth's a company man. I think he would be litty vigitty for that title. I would rather see him or a Orton. I'd even rather see John Cena, personally. I would rather see a fucking John Cena over a Cody Rhodes. Do you know how much I love Cody Rhodes, but right now he is ice cold. And then him fucking saying on Twitter, that really made me salty. I am going to probably keep the title so I can get my Wind Eagle. Bro, you need to lose the title. And Solo Sikoa, I'm so over Solo Sikoa, man. If you heard me talk about Solo Sikoa lately, it's been bad. And he's being protected by Roman. Roman put in a good word for him, so that's why. That's why he's getting pushed to the moon and back, unfortunately. So, there's that. Yeah, Cody would be great. I hope Mommy wins this weekend. Well, the problem is that, well, that would be good, but the problem is you've built up the Judgment Day. I see the reverse of that happening. I see Liv Morgan winning, and I see Finn Balor winning. You got to give Finn Balor. You got to. I know that's not the answer, but you got to give them their wins back. You had them lose at Bash in Berlin, so you have them lose here. Then you have the rubber match at Survivor Series, like Team Terror Twins versus maybe you have two War Games matches. But I can also see them taking the belt off of Liv Morgan. But Liv Morgan has been selling merchandise, though. She's been pushing. You know, Dom toilet paper, ladies and gentlemen. That's happened. That's a thing. That's a thing, guys. Sorry, I had to move my mic for a second. Let's see. So let's read it. Let's get into the first news article of the day. Announcement of AEW's WBD deal expected immediately or imminently. Updates with early details. So let's read this. WBD had reached an agreement in principle in August, report Andrew Kazarian. Used the word imminent to describe the announcement. Meanwhile, the page on the calendar is flipping. The deal, believe, is a major step in AEW's future. However, a tidbit of public knowledge: AEW filed a trademark for AEW Shockwave, so that's all been confirmed, which could mean become a new show under the deal, because the future of AEW Rampage is unclear. No, I think AEW is shopping around for a second TV deal. Tony Khan wanted to get to that $200 million a year number. So I see Shockwave being either on Tubi, which is free for everybody, and they do satellite times, or I could see them on FS1, or honestly, you know what? If Fox really wanted to seal the deal with their hatred towards WWE and how much money they lost, they could put it on Fox on a Thursday or a Tuesday. So the deal is believed in, yes, 5 years. It's been fucking crazy. Wrestling is like, man, in 5 years, you never thought Vince McMahon would be ousted. You never thought that UFC would buy WWE. I always thought it was going to be the opposite way. I thought maybe they would have faith, and Shane McMahon would have some faith, and they would go out and purchase UFC. You know, I never thought the reverse was going to happen. I never thought DirecTV and Dish Network were going to merge. The satellite companies, that's happening this week. That was another announcement that came across. AT&T came out and said cable television is dying. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, when you have big companies like AT&T are saying, literally, no joke, literally saying Let me move this mic a little bit this way. I'm still playing with my mic, so bear with me. When you have AT&T and a bunch of others, right? A bunch of others coming out and saying cable television is dying, TV views should not matter to you. A lot of these wrestling people that are sitting here and going, oh, AEW's views are down, they're dying. No, because cable views are not going to matter coming soon. Trust me, in the next 5 years, cable is dead. Everything's going to streaming. Most people have cut the cord. Most people like myself, I have every streaming platform, okay? Because I'm spoiled and I know when to get deals. So for instance, when you're at Christmas time, ladies and gentlemen, in my audience, it's to you guys. Yes, I know it's ads, but get the Disney Plus for $2 during Christmas, and you're locked in forever with the $2. $2 with ads, and then you can get Hulu for like another $1. Grab on it. When you see those deals, grab on it. I got Max for the first 6 months for like $4. So right then and there, I'm like $7 a month, which is perfect for me. That's a deal. You just got to go make another email and use another credit card or ATM card or go buy a burner card. There you go. And then you can just buy it. You could just put as the money on the card that you know, if you average it per year. So yeah, same with Paramount. Like if you have Walmart Plus, you get Paramount on the house. So that's another free one too. So and also if you have Amazon Prime and you have the food card, you get $4 off on the Amazon Prime subscription. So I only pay, because I have the food card, I only pay $6 a month for Prime completely. If you're a college student, you actually get it even $2. You get it way cheaper than that. You get it for $4 a month. So just keep that in mind. I tell you guys, always shop around and get deals. Never ever settle. And if you see a deal, make sure to delete your account and then go use your card somewhere else. Trust me when I say that to you. And there's also the yo-ho, life fires for me. You can go do that too. I don't promote that shit, but you guys can go and Google search. Most of you do that to watch the NFL games on your laptop through a TV. I know some friends that do that. There's also Suz TV. There's also Fubo. There's also a bunch of others out there that are pretty good out there. I use DirecTV. I pay $140. I think I pay $124, or someone in this house does like $120 a month. We're going to probably be switching to Hulu most likely for TV because it's cheaper and you get pretty much the same stuff outside of a couple of things with from DirecTV. But now with Dish Network coming in, hopefully they don't do the price hike. They said this month they were going to start price hiking DirecTV Stream. The thing about DirecTV Stream I like about them is they have, but I do also like, I did use YouTube TV recently for 30 days because I had a free trial on my other Gmail account. And I like the multi-view, especially watching the US Open. I love the multi-view. Like I could switch between two different matches on the fly. It was great. Because I think the Tennis Channel had one, and then somebody else had another, and then you can multi-view it. It was pretty cool. DirecTV, you can also do the multi-view. I have DirecTV. I think I have ESPN Plus too, because that comes included now. Is that DirecTV Stream or is that DirecTV Satellite? Because if you're doing DirecTV Satellite, we cut the cord in this house a long time ago. We went out. The best thing I ever did in my life is go out and buy an Apple TV. If you guys are not into Apple, I actually have an on-streaming box, 4K box. That's $20. Now they have now the Google just released their own box with an Ethernet cable. I'm going to tell you guys, cut the cord. Get away from DirecTV Satellite. If you're still paying for satellite and have a DVR, convince your family because it's unlimited DVR in the cloud. Just switch. That's what we did in this house. We bought an Apple TV box. We went outside. DirecTV came out, took the satellite dish off. We cut all the wires, cleaned up the back of our house. It looks much nicer. And I run like a 50 feet Ethernet cable from my room that has the fiber into the other room into another router because we have issues with Wi-Fi. Eventually, we're going to buy that mesh home system because, you know, mesh homes are expensive. They're like $300, $400. I just don't have that kind of money like that. Yeah, I barely afford my bills. But anyway, as I said, that's the segue to, you guys already know. So down below in the description for that stuff. Anyway, so cut the cord. I will, Josh, I will tell you, it was the best medicine I can ever do. 120 a month. If I switch to Hulu TV, it's unlimited. You get unlimited cloud DVR. If your family's into that DVR life, man. I would tell you guys, like, hands down, just go out and buy a on streaming box, $20. Comes with showing the remote. Nice remote. I'm spoiled. I'm lazy. I also use my phone. It has a in the Google Home app. It has a digital remote that you use. You don't have to even use this. You can have this sitting on your desk and you can just Wi-Fi wise be golden. So I use DirecTV. I have DirecTV Stream because we're spoiled in this house because we have to have the up channel. We have to have things like that. Somebody in my house pays for it. I don't pay for it. What I like is the fact that I get satellite times. Outside of the CW, though, that fucking sucked. That was one thing about the CW that I was moaning and groaning. On West Coast, we don't get it live as it's happening. I had to go, well, I was sleeping, so I didn't get to watch it as live, but I would have to go third party to find it live. And the one thing about what I didn't like is, and maybe any of you here that are watching, maybe you felt the same way as me, I didn't like there was no picture-to-picture. Dirty commercial breaks. What was up with that? I was like, what are we doing? Is the CW want me to watch full ads? That's cool. I mean, cool and all. But no picture to picture. That was a definite shaking my head. Like I didn't get that. You're on a new network and you're not doing the whole. And another thing that I did not like, and maybe it's just me, I like Lil Wayne. Don't get me wrong. I love Lil Wayne. I think Lil Wayne's up there next to Eminem. Not for a wrestling show. I can't understand a lick of what he's saying, and I like their intro. Like, I know they're trying to be different, right? WWE's trying to be different with this show, right? With NXT, they're trying. I did not like the intro at all, the NXT at all. I did not like that. I was like, bro, you're trying. I want you to be gas. I want this to be lit. If I'm going to come watch, I want it to be lit. I didn't feel the intro was lit. I felt it was more like, oh, okay, so you're doing Megan Thee Stallion over here, and you're going to do Carly B for Raw when it comes out because they're working with Carly B right now for their new intro for WrestleMania next year, or SummerSlam next year. They're probably going to have her do something, and I'm just left going, I'm not being mean. I love hip hop. Don't get me wrong. I love hip hop. Like the next person. I'm 90s hip hop, NWA, Ice Cube, Ice-T, Rage Against the Machine, Beastie Boys. You could have picked anybody else. Lil Wayne, to me, is not meant for. I know he loves being part of the WWE show and all that, and he's worked with WWE before. But not for something that's a high-flying action. If I'm watching like UFC or something, I want to hear Slipknot. I want to hear Saliva. I want to hear Guns N' Roses. I want to hear AC/DC. When they did Are You Ready, when they were doing that thing on Fox for a minute there, I was like, that's how that should be entered. Or better yet, go back to the days of Pantera. They can go back to the days of the Attitude Era and go pull Raw's War. To me, it's like they could do a million other things. You want me to be hyped for your show, right? And it would have gone alongside if they were doing like, let's put it this way. You're starting out with a title match. You want to have banger music to get into that. They didn't sell it like that. You got Julia signing a multi-year mega deal, and your intro's a rap song. It doesn't make me hype. Now, I do like the silver and black. I like the silver and black. That's great. Love it. I love they're taking a little bit of what the Raiders are doing. I like those kind of silver and black looks. And by the way, to some of these wrestling channels, why does it have to be black and gold? That was a time in WWE you're not going to replicate that. It's never going to come back. That's like me asking for Nirvana to come back. That's me asking for way too much. That was a time and a place where wrestling fans were looking for something different than what Vince McMahon was putting on at the time. The regurgitated same matches, the regurgitated same shit. I think some of you need to take a step back real quick on that one. And there's a couple of wrestling channels out there like JD from New York that last night was shitting all over NXT. You don't watch the product. If you don't watch the product, you have no right to shit on it. To me, you have no right. It's not Triple H's product anymore. Yes, he's the final call on things, but it's a Shawn Michaels production. Be happy what you're getting. I'm happy to see NXT going and traveling and doing doing arenas again. I was tired. I was kind of getting old of the whole Capitol Wrestling Center shit and the Performance Center. I was kind of getting old. How much more could we go with that? That was like Full Sell. Now WWE is a traveling brand as far as NXT goes. People are shitting on it. It's like, you asked for this stuff, though. You wanted these big wrestlers here. You got them here. Now you're bitching and moaning and groaning. Oh, Julia didn't win. Julia didn't do this. It's like, guys, she'll get her moment in the sun. Be patient. Guys. It's that they're doing the same thing they did with All Ego Page. They let Ego Page sit there for a month. Then they had a pay-per-view, and they made it into he got lucky. He fell on Trick Williams, and that was that. The thing about Trick Williams, and here's the thing that I'm going to tell you guys right here, right now, and I'm just going to speak my mind. Trick Williams, he's got to hold that belt for a while. I just hope that belt does not go ice cold on him. That's why they took it off of him before and didn't know what to do. They still don't know what they're going to do. Personally, what they need to do is re-bring back Pete Dunne to the main roster of NXT. They have to. Bring Pete Dunne in. I know he's feuding with Sheamus, but they should bring that feud down into NXT. They got to do something because they don't have anything right now for Trick Williams. Who are they going to feed Trick Williams? What, Alexis King? That ain't going to work. And they're like, what the fuck was Alexis King looking like last night, bro? I didn't understand that. What, like, is he having face work done? Like, he looked like the fucking Goo Goo Dolls lead singer last night. And I went, whoa, are you having face work done, my guy? Like, are you getting fucking plastic surgery done to make you look like what you are? Because it didn't look good. And WWE trying to pull off something that happened in AEW did not look good either. That was also another complaint I had. But everything else with NXT, I called it a B plus. I called it a B minus show, or yeah, B minus C plus show. I called it mid. It was not bad. It wasn't terrible. When people say mid, it was average. It wasn't bad. I didn't say it was trash or awful or garbage. It just needs work. NXT needs work. And I almost thought they killed fucking what's his name last night when during the match of Wes Lee and Carter. I thought they killed Carter. When he went up for the UFO and they pushed him off, I went, oh my God, he missed the table by a foot. And oh my God, and he clipped it. His whole mouth clipped it and he went forward. Oh my God. This man is dead. He's not getting up. And he got up. I was so grateful, man. I was like, oh my God. Like Wesley, that spot was botched so bad. I love Wesley. Don't get me wrong. Wesley, I think in Carter is going to be a great, I hope I'm saying his name right. Nash. Carter Nash, something like that. because he recently lost the X Division title to Speedball recently. And speaking of TNA, because of the hurricanes, they canceled all tapings, but they're redoing the tapings. I guess they're gonna be somewhere to where they can work, and all the proceeds will go towards the hurricane. And shout out to the hurricane survivors and people, man. That shit's gnarly, man. I couldn't imagine with those storms, man. I live in California and we deal with earthquakes, and we haven't had the big one yet, but with these storms being radical, and people say there's no global warming happening, but man, the storms and shit, and they said this is just the start. This is going to be an every year occurrence, and I'm just like, damn, man. But global warming ain't real to some people, man. It's like, I don't know what else to say about that, man. That wasn't a politics talk, by the way. That just me speaking my mind. I would love a message to them. Yeah, I would love to go out and buy the TP-Link Wi-Fi 7 mesh system. I would like to buy the 3, but that's like $400 out the door. The Asus ones are like $5. I just wanna buy the TP-Link ones, or I would rather buy the Netgear ones. I know the Netgear. I have Netgear in my house, and then I have the AT&T router. I could go and get the AT&T mesh system they have to offer, but again, I have to have their modem, and with fiber in where I am, you can't have your own fiber modem. Unfortunately, you have to use their modem. But their modem is a Nokia modem. I looked into that. It's a Nokia modem. Nokia puts out good shit out in the Europe side of things as far as fiber and stuff like that. So no complaints there from me. Man, I'm looking like I worked out today, and I'm still looking like I'm puffy. Like I'm legitimately puffy. Wow. I'm gonna have to lay off on. We don't have any more soda in this house. I was for a minute there drinking the Coke Zero Oreo cookie stuff. Any other questions, Josh? I know Josh went quiet in the chat, so if you guys have any more, keep bringing them. I don't mind. We're going to be here for a minute. I'm going to go live over on the other places here in about an hour's time, and I thought I would just do the show for you guys and keep talking. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, let's get into talking about some AEW shit real quick. Luchasaurus, Kill Switch is in the hospital right now with ammonia on both lungs. So right now he's going to be out of commission for a while and almost died over the weekend. So we had that hit the news desk over the weekend. We lost a lot of actors over the weekend, so that happened too. But AEW, their video game, my wish list right now is they gotta do Unreal 5. They gotta be up with the latest and greatest. Stop with the arcade type stuff. Remodify your engine. Do whatever it needs to be done. They need to have entrances in their game. That's a major deal to people. Entrances, have a good story. Maybe have road to the show kind of deal. Man, they need to take from like MLB. They need to take from different products that do road to the show, or like UFC does. Have a good online system. The next company they partner with, I do hope it's a fighting game like Capcom, or maybe they do Konami. I know Konami's not been great, and I know they've been a shitty company, and the way they treated Kojima was garbage. Maybe they partner with Sony themselves, maybe San Diego Studios. I've been throwing that around. Maybe Tony Khan does something to where it gets put on maybe PlayStation. Maybe they do something where you get a trial, or you get something, you know what I mean? With Sony, because Sony's well known for MLB The Show. Maybe they go work with EA. I know EA. I know I sound terrible with saying that one. EA. I know WWE wanted to work with EA for a minute, and I know how you guys feel about microtransactions and EA in itself. I think NetherRealm would be perfect. That's a WBD product. Warner Brothers Games. I think, who owns Warner Brothers Games? I think AT&T does. Who owns it? Okay, parent company of Warner Brother. Okay, Warner Brothers. Okay, so it is owned by so Warner Brothers Games was ran by Jace Hall. Interesting. Let's see here. Warner Brothers Games. Let's see. Parent organizations. Let's see here. Let's go to Warner Brothers Games. Who is... Okay, so Warner Brothers Interactive. So who is the key people here? So, okay. So... Yeah, like First Play Games that owns the multiverse. They can also do something. Again... So they sold it back. So they sold it. Okay. So Warner Brothers Discovery again. NetherRealm. Why not NetherRealm? They got NetherRealm Game Studios. They got Avalanche Games. They have TT Games. They also have Rocksteady that's been making games for a minute under the Warner Brothers line. Warner Brothers Games. I just don't understand why Dave Zaslav's not having this happen. Work under their brand, Warner Bros. Games. I'm surprised how they're not working, you know what I mean? With them, putting them under the NetherRealm. Or better, go work with Capcom. Or work with the people that make Tekken. Like, Kenny Omega's all about that shit. And who you have make the next game, to be honest with you, who you have to make the next game... I would have Aubrey sit down and figure it out. And some people in my community don't like Aubrey. Some people think Aubrey's a fucking tool bag, but she's very educated. Again, Aubrey's very educated. Aubrey Eberhardt, she's very educated. She went to one of the top schools for game design. So, and she also worked with Nintendo for a while there. Like, a lot of people don't realize Aubrey Eberhardt. I'm surprised why they didn't have her come in when they were making these deals with Warner, when Warner Discovery was making these deals with THQ Nordic. And I even said then, as I will say now, and I stand by what I said it's going to end two different ways. Go watch my videos back in the past. I had a lot of people shitting on me and telling me, oh, you're just a fanboy for AEW's product. No, the reason I bought the game was for competition reasons. I wanted to I buy WWE every year. I don't want to see a monopoly. That's why I did what I did. I want to support AEW in their effort. And I think a lot of people were a little too harsh, but AEW kind of deserved it when they didn't put anything out. They didn't put anything out to make it better. Their season pass was garbage. They wanted you to pay for DLCs up front. The developers they used were the same developers that made Saints Row 4. And I could have told you this game was going to be disastrous. They were like, oh, no, this game's going to be great. I don't know what you're talking about. They were like damage controlling. Then they delayed it for a year because of what happened with... This is real talk. This is what happened. Because of the fucking disastrous launch of Saints Row 4 and how bad that game was with microtransactions and everything. And nobody buying it. They dropped the game to $29. THQ bought too many game studios. And Ukes, they haven't been a good company since I would say 2010. They haven't been good since. Ukes used to be the company that you would go and play wrestling games and go, oh my God, Rumble Rose's X's. Anybody remember that as a kid? Rumble Rose's X's. They helped out with some of the Dead or Alive shit. They were on top of the world. Now they're dirt garbage company. And for what I heard, Ukes didn't want to work with Kenny Omega. They treated Kenny Omega like shit. They didn't want to work with him. They wanted more money than it was worth. They used Kenny Omega's ignorance. So I really seriously don't blame AEW for doing what they're doing. I don't blame them. They have to. I don't see them canceling a game soon. I think they're going to learn from this situation, and they're going to try to get the best deal they can. And I'm going to be real with you guys here now. I think with what's going on, I think Aubrey should be the one that runs runs it next time. Kenny should be sitting on the bench and be basically the guy that comes in and when he plays it, kind of a tester. He's not one to develop video games. He's a guy he's an on-see guy that wants to see things. You know what I mean? But let's get back into this AEW deal. So many fans have questioned AEW, TNT. So part of this deal... So Shockwave, it's unclear that it'll be under this new deal. Let's see here. In principle, August. Meanwhile, so we're in early... we're going to hear more. I don't think we're going to hear a Mac streaming app. We may hear maybe simulcasting. I mean, that's been thrown around, simulcasting, I hope. Sports Illustrated. Let's see here. They're saying TV rights package is immediate and will likely be released later in the day. Tony Khan and AEW Machine have been working hard this year on making the right deal for fans and for AEW. Tony Khan wants $200 million a year. Supposedly, and this is what people don't realize with this TV. They probably already signed this and they've been under it for a minute. They probably signed it back in August. So all these people probably that were reporting it probably had wrong information. This is what I love about the dirt sheets. So I think it's going to be somewhat in the 200 million, which would make it would probably be like a 2.1, 2.2 billion throughout cash money for AEW, and it'll be a big deal for them. It'll be something else than WWE getting a major TV deal. Now, people are complaining about creative this, creative that, but most of the wrestlers in AEW have been hurt. Miro doesn't want to work. Will Hobbs is coming off injury. He was medically cleared this week. The Hurt Syndicate's becoming a thing. Yeah, we're in this world where people are just so impatient about so many different things, man. It's incredible how people are so impatient when it comes to things, man. By the way, tonight, I don't know if I'm going to be live with a AEW review. I will let you guys know in my game streams if I'm going to be live or not. It depends on how my body feels. I just worked out today, cleaned my car, vacuumed, cleaned, swept floors, took out the trash, broke down boxes. I had a lot of things to do today. So, and it's really hot here. It's starting to become like 90 today. So I'm a little exhausted, and I went for my walk. So everything all at once today, right? So this deal looks like it's going to be somewhat in the 200 range. We'll see when the numbers come out. It says Wednesday, Fightful Select post shared early details stating that AEW Dynamite and Collision will be simulcast on Max starting in January. Like I said, simulcast. While Max subscribers will have access to premium AEW events, there's no news on True TV's involvement yet or how AEW Rampage will be factored into the programming, if at all. So we'll find out tonight what is being felt by AEW. We'll know what Tony Khan thinks and what things happen there. So that's that. So it was reported in January, that led into August, that's September. So they were going back and forth during the Olympics and everything. They were going back and forth. And Tony Khan said he wanted to get to that 200 million. So there's going to probably be another TV rights deal, probably with Fox. They've been deep into talks with Fox, and Swerve basically gave out the cat out the bag, basically saying, and MJF, I think, also said too that they're working with Fox. By the way, MJF, let's talk about this. MJF, let's talk about it. He's going to be in Happy Gilmore, too, as one of Adam Sandler's brothers, or sons, sorry. So that's good. And it's good for MJF. He needs to come back on AEW television and be champion of some sort, if they're going to do all that. So we talked about the AEW game. We've talked about NXT last night a little bit with you guys. We talked about Swerve. We talked about how we feel about Bad Blood. Bad Blood, I have it going like this. I think they're going to give Dom and they're going to give, Liv Morgan a win. I think they're going to give it back to her, and then we'll have the rubber match for that title at some point. I think Finn Balor goes over. I think that's what they're going to do with that. I think they're going to have Finn Balor go over. My personal thoughts. I have CM Punk beating Drew McIntyre. I think that's CM Punk all day long. I think they're going to build him up to win the Rumble. I think that's where they're going with that. I'd rather see Uncle Howdy personally, but they're going to go CM Punk. It was CM Punk's last year time to go after the World Heavyweight title, and he got hurt. So I think you're going to see that. What else do I see here? It's not, let's go to the match card. I have Roman Reigns and Cody winning, but I also see some, let's see, updated card. So here we go. So we have the WWE Women's Champion Bayley. I have Nia Jax retaining, with probably Tiffany Stratton trying to cash in here. Let's see here. Damian Priest, Finn Balor. I got Finn Balor winning that one. Women's World Champion. I have, it's a toss-up for me, but I do see Liv Morgan at the end with Dominic Mysterio's help once again, because they got to give their win back after that tag team match so they can have the rubber match. So that's what they're going to do there. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. They're going to probably give it to Roman Reigns, and then Cody's going to get fucked over at the end some way, somehow. Hell in the Cell. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. As I told you guys, I have CM Punk walking out. Punk defeats McIntyre. Yeah, I agree with that. Punk's going to be transcended to basically the title at this point. I think the rest of the year, you're going to have Punk enter the Royal Rumble, have him win it, which I think is hokey pokey to me, but that's just me. But yeah, that's the wrestling news side. My predictions for this week. We talked about the TV rights deal, them simulcasting starting in January. We talked about the AEW video game. Edge is safe. I guess he put out a tweet saying he's safe and he's healthy and all that good stuff from the Hurricanes. Daniel Garcia looks like he may be re-signing with AEW after all. That was another thing I did read on, that they're saying that they were far apart from each other and now they're coming to terms on a new deal, supposedly, and they're going to have major creative for him going forward. But yeah, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's about it from the news front. I mean, there is no other news front here for me. I will put all the news articles down below if you guys want to read it. Matt Hardy, I guess, said Vince McMahon, after watching the documentary, said that he wasn't connected to what fans wanted. Well, of course he wasn't. Anyway. That is it for the show. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the game streams today. Love you guys. I will see you guys. Make sure to thumb up, like the video. I'll see you guys. I did want to do like 5 different videos and slam my channel today. So you guys are getting 2 uploads, maybe a third, or 3 lives today. And things like that. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.